What's up everyone? In this video I want to talk about lambda functions in Python. So lambda functions in Python are a way to create small anonymous functions, so functions without a name. So they are concise, often used for short one-off tasks. They are handy for functional programming, allow you to write functions without formally defining them. So lambda keyword indicates the start of the lambda function, and the arguments the input parameters for the function, similar to arguments in a regular function. And you can have any number of arguments or none. So expression is single expression that is evaluated and returned by the function. So this is the body of the lambda function. Unlike regular function, lambda can contain only one expression. For even and odd regular function, we define something like this. So let's do this in lambda function. We call it check even, from odd even to check even, and lambda x even if x equal to 0, else it's odd, and we can check even it's odd. And we can do check and let's do another example. Say 1 5 3 2 7 1 4 8. Then let's sort this by using sorted. Here we're gonna use key equal to lambda. So we can sort either by the position. So we're gonna use we're gonna sort 5, 2, 1, and 8 according to the positions of those. And then we're gonna print. So 7 1 first, 3 2 second, 1 5 third. And let's sort again using different positions. This time sorted by 1 3 7 and 4. So 1 3 4 7. So let's do another example. We're gonna sort the stocks based on RSI. Let's call it stocks equal to py, let's say RSI is 45, and Qs with RSI 56, IWM with RSI, let's say 38, using key equal to lambda x with the RSI, sort using RSI values. And then we're gonna print stocks based on the RSI. So from RSI value lowest to the highest. And if we want to reverse it, if we want to look at which one has the highest RSI value, all we have to do is reverse equal to true, and then print. So Qs have the highest RSI, PY has the second highest, and IWM is the lowest one. Okay, what if we have RSI and MACD and we want to sort RSI first, then the MACD? So first one is RSI, second one is MACD. So let's say -2 Here MACD is value 5, say -4, and we want to sort first RSI and then the second MACD. Then now we're gonna print stocks. So okay, let's change it a little bit. So to make it, let's say RSI high but MACD is low, and let's say 0, and RSI is low but MACD is high, just for an example. Okay, and we're going to sort with the reverse true. So main thing is the RSI and the second is MACD. So RSI is the priority and the MACD. Okay, let's change it to same value so we can see better. Okay, so now IWM should be the second. So IWM is now second because they have the same RSI values, but MACD. So let's do another example. Lambda as function default. Let me clear this. So let's say we have a function apply operation lambda y then return operation x. So if we print apply operation 5, should return 5, and if we do this 5 with, give it another lambda y, and this time we're gonna square it. And now we should get 25. Okay, now let's do lambda with reduce. So let's combine from func tools, import reduce, and then we're gonna sum the list reduce lambda x comma y x plus y. I'm gonna use the list 1 2 3 4 5. Now if we print the sum list, we should get 15. Let's do a nested lambda. We kind of did it, but let's do another one. Let's call it outer lambda, which is a lambda x lambda y x plus y. So here we have outer lambda and inner lambda. Then call it func outer lambda. So this 2 5, this return a lambda function that adds 5 to the argument, 5 to its argument. So let's see, and let's add one more, and it should result, let's say func 3. So now func is a lambda that adds 5. So it should be 5 plus 3. And then we can print the result. Do dynamic function creation using Lambda. So if we're going to create, let's say create header, return lambda x plus n. Five. Create header 5. And we're going to add 10. With 3. So we're going to add to this, to 3. We get 8. And if we add to 10, let's say also add 3, should return 13. Lambda with decorators plus decorators. So let's define my decorator func, return lambda x func x into 2. Use my decorator and then define square x and return. We're going to print square 5. So this is an example how you can use Lambda and a decorator. Okay, what else? Okay, let's do another example. Like this time, let's do a composition. Do x plus 1 and then square it. So here we're gonna compose with Lambda. So first we're gonna add 1 plus 1, then we're gonna square it. I'm gonna use compose square add 1. Oh, forgot to define compose function. Let's define compose. We need to execute G first, then we need to add x plus 1 and then which is G, and then we square which is F. Okay, now return composed function. Now we're gonna do the square and add 1. Okay, now we're gonna result of the composed of 3. So here 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 squared is 16. And print result. So this is the compose function example with Lambda. We can do this without Lambda. So here we will normally do without Lambda. Let's call it compose example. Okay, I'm going to define the regular function for composition. G Fine. Same thing here. So what are we doing is we want x plus 1 square. In order to achieve that, composition is, say, f g x. G is basically plus 1 and f is the square. So this is what we are doing here. Compose function x (16).